today. From the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Chicago Bears.
It is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Foles. He finds Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and from the 25 they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. A very quick pass to Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43.
A gain of 14.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Foles with a throw caught by the tight end, Kmet. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Foles. This is caught by Robinson. And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And 8 yards.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 30 on second down, Foles. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got Miller. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The connection made, it's Graham. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3 yards the gain there, second down. 7 yards left for second down, ball at the 10.
And 7.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. He's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Third down throw incomplete as well.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because they did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bears take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The ball carrier.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going deep downfield for Rowe. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 37.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Bears 3.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're to turn to the side.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
To throw now on first down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On the carry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second and 6. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
David Montgomery.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called. For example, they did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And it's 21-3. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Complete.
A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in the huddle and said,
a breakaway from Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles. He completes this into the hands of Miller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And some room to run now. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down about the 2-yard line. He had his his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll run. Here's Burton to throw. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking. A lot of times, their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
It's a gain of 5.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 8-yard
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down.
Third down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
At their own 48-yard.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects it to at least in the hole.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Incomplete on the deep ball. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's second down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone, following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trying to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
24-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28.
31. Bears 3.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Foles. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
To throw again on second down. Foles. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Foles. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll throw now on the final play. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we've come to halftime after the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The 35-yard
Your partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play? I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Position on him, and he pulls it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Foles. Graham's got it over the middle.
Foles pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now left side on the swing pass. Avoids him at the 5. They are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and goal.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3 times.
Filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Foles pass.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Complete to Cole.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 35 yards that time on the punt.
First and 10 at their own 20.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the #1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
They can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Thomas Morstead.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
Their own 36.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete to Robinson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Chicago.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll find Miller. That's complete.
officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Ball carrier.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
So here are the Saints to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the 1st.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Roquan Smith.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
On the tackle.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Again, it's Kamara. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.